Hey, so I posted a video about the 5 types of money blocks, and I got a lot of questions, so I thought I would just make a dedicated training on the 5 types of money blocks and how you can overcome them. So, a lot of times I have clients that have been doing this work actively. Like they've done different money programs, they've hired financial planners. Like you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. You're even manifesting large quantities of money. But for some reason, you either miss out on opportunities, or when you do get the money, you manifest some type of expense or something where you're back to where you started. Like, or you're with a lot of business owners I work with. So you hit your 6 figures, you hit 250K, you even hit 500K or 750K, but your bank account balance is negative. Your personal bank account balance is negative. It's like you always also manifest a higher level of expenses, whether it's living or business, that gets you back to the famine part rather than feasting. So you're always on this cycle of feast and famine. And working with clients one on one, like, yes, I do have my certifications. Yes, I read a lot, but a lot of the information I'm sharing with you is through application. And this has worked with hundreds, not just a few, not just myself, but hundreds of people that I work with. And I notice with my clients that there are 5 types of money blocks. Now, with these money blocks, you can have one type of them, or you could have all 5 types. And usually my clients have 4 to 5 of these types of blocks that we have to work through in order for them to get to the place where they're comfortable and they're safe earning, and they are able to easily create their financial reality. Money no longer becomes this big boogeyman in the corner of your life. You've probably always had money just standing there in the corner, just looking at you. It's always determining how you live your life, the decisions that you make, everything. So money should not determine your quality of life. So let's get into the types of money blocks. All right. So I notice with my clients, a lot of them have blocks at all of these levels. So they have blocks at the identity level. They don't see themselves as someone that makes a lot of money. I have clients that hit their first 250K year. They still did not identify themselves as a 6-figure entrepreneur. They didn't see themselves as that. And so that's an identity block. And this is a really big block because based on them not seeing themselves as this high earning entrepreneur, they still made decisions as the broke entrepreneur, as when they first started out. So if you hit 250K and you're still making decisions on when you made $100 in 1 month, that is going to create some dissonance. That's going to create some sabotage. So it's really important that you start to see yourself as the person that earns this amount of money, whatever that is. Then they have blocks within their beliefs. So since they did not see themselves as this high earning individual, they didn't believe they had access to certain opportunities now at this level. Like they didn't believe that, that the government can give you money based on how much your business, or they couldn't believe that they could get access to certain grants. So your beliefs, this is where a lot of people work on their beliefs when it comes to money. And so they think that, okay, so I worked on my beliefs about money, now everything's okay. No, because then the next thing is your motivation. So you had a good launch, you had a good quarter, but are you motivated to maintain this level of success? Because your business is going to keep going. So you hit your first 100K in 1 year, you hit your first 250K, but how about year 3, year 4, year 5? Are you motivated to maintain the same level of success? And then that's where we get to your habits. Do you hate what you do every day in order to make this money? Are you spending the money that you immediately receive? So that is another block. And then comes opportunities. So opportunities can be based on your identity. So your gender, your sexuality, your racial background, all of that can determine the opportunities that you have access to. So you see how all of this is connected? And so a lot of my clients have blocks in all of these areas. And so but then I feel like I'm scaring you all, but I just want you to be aware, okay? Because I want you to start, the self-awareness is the first step in shifting this. So it kind of gets worse. So you have these 5 types of blocks, and you can have all 5 of these types of blocks, right? And then within those blocks, you have beliefs, right? And so your beliefs are responsible for your thoughts. And so one day you decided a particular thought was true and it became a belief. So within those blocks, you also have 1 to 3 types of limiting beliefs within those blocks. Okay? So you have a minimum of 15 negative money beliefs, a minimum, okay, that you're working with here. So you have the belief about the cause of this block, an issue. Then you have beliefs about the meaning of why you have this block. Then you have beliefs about the identity and why you may have this block because of who you are. Okay? And it doesn't stop there. You got to go deeper. And so we have the beliefs now within each type of block, right? Next, within that belief, you guys are going to be like, what is going on? Within that belief, there are 5 sources. Okay? So even within that one belief, right? You're going to have to clear the 5 sources of that belief. That's why, like, beliefs, when I talk about beliefs, everyone's like, oh yeah, I clear my beliefs. It's like, did you really? You got to go deeper, because a lot of times people don't go as deep as they need to. So even within that belief about yourself, the source or the situation, the cause, it can be solidified by your own experience, right? Then it's solidified by what you've witnessed, right? In your family, society, friends, school, right? And then you also have a source of the system. So then the system is saying, yep, this belief is also true. And then your past life and inner child is saying, yep, this is also true. And then you have ancestral source where it's like, yep, this is also true. So if you have this belief that you cannot make a lot of money, like it's just, you are not the type of person to ever make a lot of money through business, and you have a bad experience in business, that solidifies that belief. You see your father have bad experience in business, solidifies that belief. You see the system treat people that look like you, or you see the statistics of people like you, or statistics in general about business owners failing, that solidifies the belief. And then your inner child, you remember memories of yourself failing when you tried to open up your lemonade stand. That solidifies the belief. And then your ancestors could have been pushed out of their business like 3 generations ago, so they failed in business. So then you have that belief. So this belief is locked in at 5 levels. This one belief is locked in at 5 levels. So you're over here trying to like do an affirmation. You're over here trying to tap it out. You're over here trying to overwork yourself to overcome this belief. But somehow it's still in the back of your mind. And then because it's in the back of your mind, it manifests in your bank account. So even though you hit 100K, even though you hit 250K, even though you had an amazing launch, even though you got that grant, you got that funding, you were able to get the certification, you were able to go viral, you were able to do this, you bring that money in and then it goes just like that. You're back to where you started. Because you still have this belief, deep-seated belief in the back of your mind, locked in, locking you in. It's locked in and it's locking you in. So I wanted to let you know that it's not your fault, and that it's not that this mindset or this money mindset work is not for you. It's just that you have to go deeper. That's it. It can work for you. You can make it to the other side. You can start to, like, I paid my rent early. Okay? I went from nearly always being like evicted to paying my rent early. Like, I get bonus points because I pay it early. Everyone's so nice to me because I pay my rent early. And I have automated bills. I automated my bills. I no longer like stress about thank you for your payment from Verizon, you know? Like, I'm happy to pay my bills. I'm neutral. I'm not like happy, but it's like I'm not like throwing a party, but I'm completely neutral when it comes to paying my bills. It's fine. Everything is fine. And it took years to get to that level, because the scripts that I had in my mind based on who I saw myself as. Let's go back to the first slide. Based on who I saw myself as, these beliefs, my motivation, my habits, and the opportunities. So you have to just go deeper. You can make it to the other side. You can release these money blocks. It's possible. But I just needed you all to know that you have to go deeper, okay? So, step 1. You have, in overcoming your money blocks and healing your financial trauma, is identifying the belief that's linked to that block, or the beliefs. It could be multiple beliefs that are linked to the block, and then the root cause of that belief. So it can have, if the belief is linked to your inner child, the belief is linked to you witnessing your parents make negative business decisions, or you yourself had a negative business partnership. So that is the first step. So identifying the beliefs at each level of blocks, right? That's linked. And then finding the root cause of that belief. Then, once you do that, you start working to tear down that belief with evidence, debate it, consistently tell yourself that this isn't true. The opposite is true. Choose new ones to replace it. And then implement actions that reinforce this new belief. Consistently look for evidence. When I started to say I am lucky, I started to look for things that showed I was lucky. No matter if it's finding a penny on the floor, I was like, whoop, see, just my luck. I'm so lucky I found pennies every day. I'm so lucky I found quarters every day. I'm so lucky I get sales every day. I'm so lucky I'm able to get into concerts, VIP. I'm so lucky. Look for evidence. People call it being delusional, but a lot of times people are just like delusional. They don't actually take action behind it. So this is where you be consistently delusional. And so those are the 2 steps. And I know it's easier presented than done, but that's why I created these programs to help my clients stay on track. So the first program that I have to help you stay on track is Better You in 52. It's a self-hypnosis subscription. So you start to work on releasing the blocks at each of these 5 levels. So it's a 52-week program, because I hate when people are like, oh yeah, just do it in 2 days. And it's like, you have to put in, it took decades for you to get here and realize you had a problem, right? It took you to your 20s, your 30s to be like, oh, I do have a problem. So it's going to take a little over a year to release yourself from this reality that you've been living for the past decade or 2, right? Or 3, right? So this is the Better You in 52 self-hypnosis subscription. So you get a self-hypnosis, a meditation, and a subliminal designed to help you shift and release a block each week. Okay, it's the slow healing movement. So that is one option, and it's a low monthly payment. Then the second option that you have is Sleep Your Way to 100K. That's my powerful self-hypnosis system. So this is going to help you get there in 33 days, right? So doing these major shifts and seeing these major shifts in 33 days. Then I have flipped the switch to 10K weeks. It's a group hypnosis experience. So this is ideal for those of you that are close to 100K in 6 figures in business, or trying to hit 500K in business. This is the program for you, because you've been able to overcome the identity portion of the blocks. So let's work on the motivation, the habits, and the opportunity. And this is the group hypnosis experience. And if you want access to everything, that's why I have Get Your Shift Together Braincamp. It's a 12-month group program. And so in September, we're going to do a hypnosis intensive. It's 11 days of live group hypnosis sessions designed to release the top 22 blocks to your success. So this is going to set up my brain campers for Q4. Q4, everyone is gearing up to hit their first 6-figure quarter or 50K quarter. So we're going to end off the year at least with multiple 6 figures or 6 figures, right? So we need to get that set up by releasing the top 22 blocks, and we're going to do that in 11 days with live group hypnosis. And then in December, before we enter 2023, we're going to do a 7-figure December, where we are going to work on the exact beliefs, those deep-seated beliefs. So if we are still having any blocks, December, we're going to release it right before 2023. So these are intentionally designed to help meet you where you are, so you can go to where you want to be. So either Better You in 52, take it slow, Sleep Your Way to 100K, the group hypnosis weekend, or work with me for 12 months. How much time do you hear Sleep Your Way to 100K daily? Can this be done at any type of day? So with Sleep Your Way to 100K, you listen to the hypnosis right before bed, and you listen to the subliminal overnight. So it's best that you do it. I always recommend, all the work is right before bed. That's why it's Sleep Your Way to 100K. So you don't have to worry about it during the day, and you do the work overnight. And so when you wake up in the morning, you're ready to go. So this way you're not worrying about having to do homework or journal prompts or anything like that when you're trying to run your business, or you're trying to take care of your family, or do anything that you have to do during the day. All of this takes place right before you fall asleep and while you're sleeping. And so that's what the suggestions are designed to push you to the next level, and to release the 5 layers of blocks. So really just takes about, it takes 30 minutes for the hypnosis, up to 30 minutes. Sometimes it's like 15 minutes, and then you sleep for the subliminal. So it's not too much out of your schedule to stay on track. So that's how you overcome the 5 types of money blocks. I really didn't want to scare you, but it's really very simple. I'm very strategic about the way that I create my programs, so I'm able to get a lot of different people from different backgrounds and different situations results. That's why I'm really dedicated. So my studying, my application, my strategies, they work on real people because I am a practicing hypnotherapist. So in my sessions with clients, it works. I see it, and then I put it into the program. So these programs were developed by working with real people. It's not me just like, oh, I did my certification, let me just do this. It's like, no, this is real people in different instances, different situations. And then if I know it works for over 100 people, then it's going to go into the program. If it works for over 100 people, they get those results, it goes into the program. And so you get the access without the price tag of the one-on-one packages. So my one-on-one packages are $11,000, but you can get the benefits for a fraction of the price. So that is it for this training. Please throw any questions below. If you have any personal questions, you can access the chat box on my website, and my team can assist you there. All right. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll see you in 6 Figure September. Bye.